child, will you wake? Will you open your eyes? Betty, little one.
Uncle? Susanna Walcott is here from Dr. Griggs.
The doctor? Let her come, let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
The doctor, what does he say, child?
Dr. Griggs, he bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he cannot discover no medicine for it in his books.
Then he must search on.
Aye, sir, he have been searching since he left you, sir, but he bid me tell you that you might look to unnatural things for the cause of it.
No, there be no unnatural causes here. Tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly. Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to his books. They are all thought of unnatural things.
Aye, sir, he bid me tell you. Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Aye, go directly home and say nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir, I pray for her. Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think you'd best go down and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people, sir, and I'll sit with her.
And what should I say to them? That my niece and my daughter I discovered dancing like heathen in the forest?
Uncle, we did dance. Let you tell them I confessed it. They're speaking witchcraft and Betty. It's not witch.
Abigail, I cannot go before them down there, knowing you have not opened fully with her. What did you do with her in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. And when you leaped in on us so suddenly, Betty was frightened, and then she fainted. And there's the whole of it.
Child, sit you down.
I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly.
Now, I have no desire to punish you. That will come in its time. But if you trafficked with the spirits in the forest, I must know it. For surely my enemies will, and they'll ruin me with it. Abigail, do you understand I have many enemies?
I know it, Uncle.
There's a faction and a party sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand?
I think so, sir.
And just now, in the midst of such disruption, my own household is discovered to be the center of some obscene practice.
But we never conjured spirits.
I saw Tituba wave her arms above the fire. Why was she doing that?
She always sings barbados songs and we dance.
Abigail, I cannot blink what I saw, for my enemies will not blink it. I saw a dress lying in the grass.
A dress?
Aye, a dress, and I thought I saw someone naked running through the tree.
You mistake yourself, Uncle. No one was naked.
I saw it? Now tell me true, Abigail. Now my ministry is at stake. My ministry, perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abomination you have done in the forest, give me all of it now, for I dare not be taken unaware when I go before them.
There's nothing more. I swear it.
Abigail, I've spent 3 long years trying to bend these stiff-necked people to me, and just now, when there must be some good respect for me in the parish, you compromise my very character.
But it were only sport.
Abigail, I've given you a home, child. I've put clothes upon your back. Now give me an upright answer. Your name in the village. It is entirely white, is it not?
Why, I am sure it is, sir. There be no blush about my name.
It is troubling me that you be now 7 months out of Goodwife Proctor's house. In all this time, no other family has called for your services.
They want slaves, none such as I. Let them send to Barbados for that, for I will not black my face for any of them.
No, not that. Oh, good morning, Goody Proctor.
Why, it's a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, Goody Putnam, it is.
How high did she fly? How high?
She never flew.
Why, I'm sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn and come down right as Birdie says.
Now look you, Goody Putnam. She never. Oh, good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It's a providence. The thing's out now. It's a providence.
What's out, sir? What's.
Why, look you, Anne. Her eyes is closed.
Why, that's strange. Ours is open.
Your little Ruth is sick?
I had not call it sick. The devil's touch is much heavier than sick. It's death, you know. Death driving to the forked and hooked.
Oh, pray now. Why, how does your child ail?
She ails as she must. She never waked this morning. But she walks, and sees not, hears not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
Precaution only. You see, he has much experience in all the demonic arts, and so
He has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year. Let you remember that.
Do you know me? It's strange how I knew you, but I suppose you look as such a good soul should. We've heard of all your great charities in Beverly.
Excuse me, Mr. Hale. Do you know this man, Mr. Thomas Putnam, and his good white band?
Putnam? I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
He does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We look for you to come to our house too. Our child is.
Your child ails too.
Her soul, it seems blown away. She sleeps, and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat. Do you men also have afflicted children?
No, these are just farmers. John Proctor.
He don't believe witches. I never spoken witches one way or the other. Now will you come, Giles? No, John. I think not. I have a couple of queer questions of my own to ask this fellow. Mr. Hale, I've heard you to be a sensible man. I do hope you'll leave some of it in Salem.
Mr. Hale, would you take a look at my daughter? She has tried to jump out the window, and we discovered her this morning on the high road, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
Tries to fly?
And she cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. A prodigious sign of witchcraft.
No, let me instruct you. We cannot turn to superstition in this. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are clear stone. We must only look for his proper signs and judge nothing beforehand. And I must warn you all that I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me. Should I find no trace of hell in this?
It is agreed, sir. It is agreed. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now, sir, what were your first warning of this strangeness?
Why, last night I discovered her and my niece Abigail and 10 or 12 of the other girls dancing in the forest.
You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Terrace's slave has knowledge of contrary, sir.
Now, Goody Ann, we can't be sure of that.
I know it, sir. I sent my child. She should learn from Tituba, who murdered her sisters.
Good Ann, you sent a child to conjure the dead?
Let God blame me. Not you, Rebecca. I'll not have you judging me anymore. Is it a natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
Shh! 7 dead in childbirth?
Hi.
Sir, what is that book you're reading?
What is there?
Here, in this book, is the invisible world, caught, defined, and calculated. Here the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguises. Here you have your familiar spirits, your incubi, your succubi, your witches of the night and of the day, and your wizards that go by land, by air, and by sea. Have no fear now. I shall mean to find the devil if he has come out among us. I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his face. Will it hurt the child, sir? I cannot say. If she is truly in the devil's grip, we may have to rip and tear to get her free. Then I must go.
I'm much too old for this.
But Rebecca, we may open up the boil of all our troubles today.
I hope that, sir. I was a dog for you.
I hope you do not mean we go to the devil here.
Come on, Mr. Hale.
Mr. Hale, I've always wanted to ask a learned man, what signifies the reading of strange books? Like books. I cannot tell. She hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife. I have often found her reading of a strange book. Now what do you make of that?
Why, that's not necessarily...
It discomforts me. Last night, mark this. I tried and tried, but I could not say my prayers. And she closed her books and walks out of the house. And suddenly, mark this, I could pray again.
Odd. Stoppage of prayer. That is strange. I'd like to speak with you further on that.
I'm not saying she touched the devil now. I just want to know what book she reads and why she reads them. She'll not tell me, you see?
Aye. We'll discuss it. Now, Marjorie, if the devil is truly in here, you will witness some frightful events in this room. So please, keep your wits about you. Mr. Putnam, stand close in case she tries to fly. Betty, can you hear me? I'm John Hale, minister of Beverly. to help you. Do you remember my girls in Beverly?
Excuse me, sir, but how could it be the devil? Why would you use my house to strike?
What victory would the devil have over a soul already had?
Aye, that's deep, Mr. Paris. Deep.
Does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a man, mind you, or a woman. Perhaps some bird invisible to others. Perhaps some pig or any beast at all. Is there some figure bids you fly? Domini, Sabbath, sweet Philoque, Etad, and Fairnose. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing in the forest?
What common dancing in the hall?
I think I ought to mention that I saw a kettle lying in the grass.
That were only soup.
Soup?
What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
Why, it were beans. And lentils, I think, and...
Mr. Paris, you did not notice any living thing in the soup, did you? A spider, a mouse, a frog, perhaps?
The frog jumped in. We never put it in.
Frog, Abby.
We never put it in.
Abigail, it may be your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
I never called him. Tituba called him.
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Goody Ann, would you bring her up, please?
How did she call her?
I know not. She spoke verbatim.
Taken out in hand.
No, I don't think Tituba. I tell him I don't deserve to work for him, sir.
Who? The devil? Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is very hard to break with it entirely. But we're here to help you. You'd be a good Christian woman, would you not, Tituba?
I said, a good Christian woman.
And you love these children?
Sir, I don't desire to hurt little children.
And you love God, Tituba?
I love God with all of my being.
Now, in God's holy name,
Bless him, bless him.
and to his glory,
Eternal glory, bless him, bless God.
open yourself, Tituba. Open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you.
Oh, bless the Lord.
When the devil comes to you, does he come with another person? Someone you know? Someone from the village?
Did you see Sarah Good or Osborne?
Was it man or woman come with him?
Was woman.
A woman? What woman?
It was black, dark, and
You could see him. Why could you not see her?
well, they was always talking. They was always running around in Colonel.
You mean out of Salem? Salem witches?
So, yes, sir.
Now, Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us who they are. Do you understand? The devil can never overcome a minister. You understand that, do you not?
Sir. Oh, I do.
You've confessed yourself to witchcraft, and that speaks a wish that comes to heaven's side. So speak out of it, Tituba. Turn your back on him and face God. Face God, Tituba, and God will protect you.
Oh, God, protect Tituba.
How many come to you with the devil? 2, 3, 4, how many?
There is 4. There is 4.
Their names, their names!
Oh, how many times he bid me kill you, Mr. Paris.
Kill me?
He say Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris, no goodly man. Mr. Paris, mean man, and no gentleman. And he bid me rise out of my bed and cut your throat. But I tell him, no, I don't hate that man. I don't want killed that man. But he say to me, Tituba, you work for me, and I make you free. I give you pretty dress to wear, and put you way up high in the air, and you gon' fly back to Barbados. And I say, you lie, devil, you lie. And then he come one stormy night to me and say, look, I have white people belong to me. And I look, and that was goody good.
Sarah Good?
I said, goody Osborne.
I knew it. She remarked me 3 times. I begged you, tossed it or not. I begged you not to call her, or she always shriveled in my arms.
Tituba, you must take courage. You must give us all their names. Look at these children, Tituba. Look at their God-given innocence. Their souls so tender and pure. We must protect them, Tituba. God is out preying on them like a beast upon the flesh of pure lamb.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced with the devil. I
Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil.
I saw George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil.
She speaks! She speaks! Glory to God! It's broken, they are free.
I saw Martha Bellows with the devil.
I saw Goody Pfeiffer with the devil.
The marshal, I'll call the marshal.
Let the marshal bring irons.
I saw Alice Barrow with the devil.
I saw Mr. Barton with the devil.
I saw Goody Cobb with the devil.
Goody Franklin with the devil.
I saw